Wie geht es Ihnen? That is German language asking you, how are you? I hope you well. Welcome to EduPar show. My name is Mercy the Victor, an educator by profession, a parent by God's grace. Thank you so much for tuning in to this great platform where education meets parenting. Now, in our today's show, we are going to talk about a very sensitive topic that is hardly discussed in our homes, that is usually talked about in low tones in our society, yet it is becoming a very big concern. That is suicide. We have so many cases nowadays of young people in primary school, people in their teens, and also young adults committing suicide day in, day out. Now, in our today's show, we are going to talk about the tell signs that a child, a teen, or a young adult might be contemplating taking their own life or committing suicide. Stay tuned. So, first of all, we are going to ask ourselves, what is suicide? Suicide is death caused by one injuring themselves or harming themselves. There are several factors that has led to young people taking their own lives. Now, some of these factors, they can be out of a recent trauma or a life crisis. For example, death of a loved one, loss of marriage, loss of a relationship. To young adults, that can be loss of a job. And it is very sad nowadays, we have some children committing suicide because of poor academic performance. So if you realize that a young person has gone through these life traumas or crises, it is important for you to make a follow-up, to guide them, to counsel them until they overcome, so that they cannot end up having depression and later committing suicide. So some of the signs that can make you realize somebody might be planning to take their own life. These are severe sadness or moodiness that is not shaken off, deep feeling of hopelessness, sleeping problems, that is, they might start sleeping way too much or not sleeping at all, meaning that they are suffering from insomnia, change of behavior like being less concerned, they no longer care about how they look, they no longer care about their environment, dangerous behavior like engaging in unsafe sex or use of drugs, withdraw from friends or social activities. You may find that there are activities they used to enjoy doing, but they no longer engage in them. Sudden calmness. This can be a child who has been outgoing and very talkative, but all of a sudden you find that they are very calm. They no longer want to talk. They no longer want to engage in activities they used to enjoy most. You're supposed to be very concerned. Giving away personal items that they value most, for example, their watches, laptops, or even their clothing. You find that they have started giving them out to their friends or even relatives. You're supposed to get concerned. Also, using negative words. For example, I wish I wasn't born. I am useless. I am good for nothing. I wish I was dead. They also threaten to commit suicide. Most of the people who commit suicide, you'll hear people saying that they once mentioned such a thing. They'll start saying, one day I'm going to kill myself. One day I'm going to be dead. You're supposed to get concerned. Suppose you have observed all these signs in your child. As a parent, what are you supposed to do? Number one, listen without judging. Be very willing to listen to them without judging them. Number two, it is good for you to talk about suicide. Sometimes we usually see as if it's not wise to talk about suicide to a child that you have already observed all the signs of committing suicide. Remember, when you talk about suicide, you reduce the risk of them acting on suicidal thoughts. And lastly, ensure you seek professional medical and mental help. Remember, a person who is contemplating taking their own life, they are sick mentally. It is good to take them to a professional counselor and also take them to the hospital so that they can be able to get the right medical care. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you've learned something important today. Kindly parents, let us not only listen to our children with our ears, let us listen to them with our hearts. Don't only listen to the words that they speak, listen to the words that they don't say. There is so much that you can observe in a child's behavior. Every life matters. We don't want to keep on hearing every day a young life has been lost by suicide. Kindly share this video with your friends, with your family members, so that they can be able to know the tell signs that a child, a teen, a young adult might be thinking of taking their own life. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment in my YouTube channel, EduPar Show. Thanks to my co-producer James Kagiri for work well done. See you in our next show. Bye bye.